Good morning, everybody. You don't normally see me without a lot of makeup on, and I normally don't wear a lot of makeup, but I thought that I would just do like a little, I don't know, get ready with me makeup thing and chat for a minute. Right now, you can see that it's kind of like getting to be more fall-ish out there. I don't know if you can actually see that, but it's very gray outside today, which I personally love. And sorry, I need to grab their minerals. So today is the last day of our first homeschool week, and we have definitely learned things. We have definitely gotten worked through a few kinks, I guess is the best way to say that. And that has definitely been a process, but each day just seems to be moving a little bit more smoothly. And it's the beginning of the week, I was ill prepared. Ultimately, that's what that boiled down to. And I was stressed out, and I talked a little bit about that on my Wellness Wednesday. And I think, well, in our charter school that we use to home educate, there are a ton of parents, and the people who work there are extremely encouraging. They are, most of them have, well, all of them have education backgrounds. So there's that. And there's one mom in particular, or one woman there who in particular, she works to help families figure out curriculum. And she knows a lot about curriculum because she homeschooled 5 children. And so she's very familiar with the stresses of choosing curriculum, excuse me, and how to educate. Sorry, I'm trying to focus while trying to talk at the same time, which is very difficult for my brain, actually. So she's homeschooled 5 children, and they all made it to college. Well, one of them decided he didn't want to go to college. And rabbit trails. So she, I was asking her the question, like, how do you do this? And this was on Tuesday. And she said, the thing is you just kind of figure it out. And she also made the observation that she did not use a neoclassical model to educate her children. And that's what we are using, which seems to be a lot more intensive on the front end. And I have decided to shift my mind and focus more on having a growth mindset for myself. You know, you see all the things on Pinterest where the teachers have like their little anchor charts that talk about growth mindset for the children. Well, I needed that for myself because trying to go through and expect something that I thought that I was training into my children. Hang on. That was tricky. So trying to get my children to do something and train them into a habit, because like I'd really love for Caitlin to be more diligent and focused with her independent work time. That way she can maximize that. Now it's her choice if she wants to have her school lessons drag all the way into the evening, but she also has the power and the choice to be able to stay focused and get a 15-minute worksheet done, or, you know, lesson done or activity done in 15 minutes. She has that within her, but it's a matter of practicing that and training her to remain focused and diligent on that front. So that but every little step forward is a step forward, as opposed to saying like, here's where I want her to be by the end of the year. I expect her to be here, and we're only 1 week in. That makes no sense at all. That is not a growth mindset. So I have decided to shift my mindset to be, we're here, down here, as far as diligence and focus is concerned at this point, and I want her to be up here, and every tiny minute millimeter forward or up that we hit, we're going to take that as a win. And so really just shifting my mindset has been huge. So my bed's unmade back there. It's all good. It's all good. Okay, so I've got, I didn't even tell y'all what I use. So I use Bare Minerals a lot. This is their Fairly Light, and it's definitely a fan favorite for me. I've been using Bare Minerals for like 15, 16 years now. And then I was using this Physicians Formula Canyon Classics. I like this shade right here to do my crease. And then the Bare Minerals gift from, gosh, a couple years ago, Cultured Pearl. And then I was using Physicians Formula eyeliner. And I really like to use like cruelty-free products. So there's that. And next I'm going to use this Lashtopia. I don't know if that glare is too bad. There you go. From Bare Minerals. So I guess the ultimate point here is, this is a fairly new tube of this for me, so it's still not kind of like at the right perfect consistency for me. So I got to scrape off quite a bit of product there because it's just a little too wet at this stage. It usually takes it like 2 to 3 weeks before I'm happy with it. And this mascara is really nice, except for whenever it's too wet, and then it kind of transfers onto my upper eyelids. So once that's fully kind of like at that sweet spot for me, I will be much happier with that. All right, and same thing with that Bare Minerals Fairly Light. Got them so pale. So ultimately, homeschool week 1 in the books. We've got we've got a few lessons to do today, but we've definitely improved over the past 4 days, and I fully anticipate even more improvement. That sounded weird. Improvement, not improvement. Anyway, so we're improving, we're moving forward, we're finding our footing, and the funny thing is like Lauren hasn't really even been a factor in our lessons. Some days she's with us because of however she wakes up and where her nap seems to fall, and she's trying to push back her morning nap further and further. So sometimes she's just totally with us and we just have to work with that. And other times she's asleep. So I don't know that Lauren is really all that much of a factor for us. And I hope that we can continue to manage her well, or have her like, just tag along when she tags along and be content and happy with that. But it's all an ever-flowing, changing process, right? All right, faces on. That took me, it would have taken me like half the time, like 5 minutes, had I not been like thinking and chatting and like, I don't know. Anywho, I don't know if y'all even care about makeup, but I was putting my makeup on and I was just kind of thinking a little bit about homeschool, so I decided to just film it. I look a little bit pale in this light, but in the mirror, I look pretty normal. And as the fall continues to progress and winter starts up, it's going to get even darker back here. And so I will be adding another light. It's very dark up here in the Wisconsin in the fall winter months, which I love. And that just means I need a little extra light. All right, I'm gonna go make the girls breakfast. We're gonna kickstart the last few lessons for this week, and I will see y'all in the next video. Bye.